A man once sold the Eiffel Tower for scrap, and the buyer paid him. And the man who bought it never told anyone. Not because it wasn't a big deal, but because admitting he'd laid out the money would have been worse. The Eiffel Tower wasn't yet the untouchable icon it is today. It had been built as a temporary structure for the 1889 World's Fair, and by the 1920s, it was expensive to maintain and not universally loved. There were even discussions about tearing it down, which made the idea just believable enough. The man behind it was Victor Lustig, smooth, patient, not loud, not flashy. He didn't need you to believe him for long, just long enough. Lustig posed as a government official. He sent formal invitations to a group of scrap metal dealers, exclusive, confidential. They had been selected for a private meeting about a sensitive matter. The kind of invitation you don't question, because it feels right. The dismantling of the Eiffel Tower. Say it out loud, it sounds absurd, but inside the room, it didn't. The paperwork looked official. The tone was serious. The opportunity, too big to ignore. Lustig didn't rush. The tower was too expensive to maintain. Public opinion was divided. It was the kind of problem best handled quietly to avoid backlash. And so a buyer was needed. Not just any buyer. Discreet, capable, someone who understood the value of silence. It wasn't a sale, it was a privilege. In that room was André Poisson, a scrap dealer, ambitious, eager to prove himself, just uncertain enough to wonder, why me? Lustig saw that immediately. That hesitation, that need. He didn't press. He offered an opportunity. He suggested, carefully, that deals like this often came with informal expectations. A little something to keep the process moving. A bribe. Poisson paid. And then he paid for the tower. And just like that, Victor Lustig sold the Eiffel Tower. He was gone, quickly. Poisson didn't go to the police. He didn't tell the press. He didn't tell anyone. Reporting it meant admitting he'd been deceived. And that cost more than money. Lustig came back and tried to do it again. This time, one of the dealers grew suspicious and went to the authorities. Lustig fled before he could be caught. The first time, it worked. Completely. How can anyone fall for that? Or maybe, what made it believable? The setting, the timing, the paperwork, the opportunity, or something quieter underneath it. The desire to be chosen, to be trusted, to be the person in the room who saw the opportunity before anyone else did, to be right. Lustig didn't just sell a tower. He sold a story people wanted to be true. So here's an ounce. The most effective lies don't fight reality. They borrow just enough of it to feel like the truth. And that's it. An ounce, submitted for your consideration.